Happy Friday the 13th. Oh my ghouls.
I can't see the knife.
Okay. Happy Friday the 13th, ghouls and goblins. Welcome to the Break Room, your daily nerdy news show. It tells you what you need to know. Live from New Rockstars' actual Break Room. We're starting off a little silly here. And later we might put on costumes. With me here for this special holiday edition, we've got Brandon Barrick Myers.
I don't recognize Friday the 13th.
Oh, okay. We've got Tommy Bechtold Myers.
I'm the throat goat! Welcome to my pipe mirror! Pipe mirror?
Pipe mirror?
Yeah. We'll fix it in post. This isn't live, is it?
And then I'm son of Satan himself, Beazzle Zach. But on today's show, Grogu gets on the gridiron.
Oh.
Yellow Jackets teaser.
Oh,
hell
baby.
yeah. Songs to die for, and much, much more. It's going to be a mostly horror-themed show today in honor of Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
Our first Friday the 13th of 2023.
Yeah.
Yes.
We don't have a particular Super Chat redemption today, but we will read out everybody that Super Chats. We will try to acknowledge you. If you have any particular horror takes, we will prioritize those. Because
Yeah,
again,
what are your biggest fears this Friday the 13th?
ooh, yeah.
Yeah. If there's anyone that you just want killed, give us their address.
Whoa.
If your super chat's high enough and you
Yeah.
give the address, we'll consider it.
Yes.
We'll
Okay.
consider it.
There's a hidden menu on our page. Find it.
It's got a protein style murder. It's got
Flying
a
Dutchman.
Flying Dutchman murder. Okay, hey, let's do some headlines.
Oh, baby. Please. Round of applause.
Yes.
Round of applause.
This Monday, January 16th, a couple days from now, during the Cowboys-Buccaneers wild card NFL game, we're getting a new trailer for Mandalorian Season 3.
Oh.
I think, have we had a full trailer? I know around Star Wars Celebration, there was some footage.
Yeah, there was like a full trailer. I believe it's like at least a minute. I think
Yeah,
they called it a full
okay.
trailer. You see a lot of Mandalore.
They called it a teaser at the time. I
Yes.
remember their
But
wording, but
it's
it was
pretty-
they showed real. To me, in the old days, teaser was like
Give me an old
98% old footage with like voiceover from the character that had never aired in anything, and
Yes.
then like 5 seconds at the end of something new and shocking. Now teasers are basically just
Trailers.
little trailer juniors.
Yes.
Little trailer juniors.
So we can expect, we're hoping for a lot of new footage, maybe some more hints of what's going to go on in this season.
I want to see the Scooter Gang.
I don't think they're gonna-
Candy Paint Chrome Scooter Gang. I heard like Poochie, they died on their way back to their
Oh,
home
no.
planet.
Their home
too
planet
bad.
is Tatooine.
So supposedly this is going to come out during halftime of the game. Of course, we're going to be doing some coverage of that trailer. Eric Voss, who's back from vacation, will be doing a full breakdown. Tommy might do some content around that trailer. We might talk about it on the break room. We're excited. A reminder that this season, season 3 of The Mandalorian, we'll see Din Djarin and Grogu on Mandalore. Ooh. We have never been in live action. We've never been to Mandalore. Is that
I'm
right?
so excited to get to Mandalore, and I'll be honest, if God willing, this channel's gonna let me do some Mandalore content because
Yes.
I'm a Mandalore. I gotta be honest.
Can I put you on the spot, you Mandahor?
Yeah,
okay.
sure.
When there was the flashback we see of Din Djarin, I believe in the first season, where there's S is going down. I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, when he's a little kid.
When he's a little
There's
kid.
like
Was that on
there's like a
Mandalore?
civil war. I see, because that's where they find him. He's a foundling. I
Right.
believe not, and I don't mind being put on the spot. And you know what? Call in if I'm wrong.
Call in if he's wrong.
But I believe that is his home planet, and it was an example of the war
Had
escalating
spread
outside.
Because then at the end, when the Mandalorians show up and kind of save him and some of his people, they take him back to Mandalore, presumably.
And the Mandalorians are kind of fanatical and constantly predicting like apocalypse and end of days
Right.
for them.
Real fun group.
Yeah.
Well, if there's
real
one
fun.
thing history's taught me is there's nothing wrong with a good religious fundamental.
Well, and also, like, I think, like, clearly if the Mandalorians were on a planet that celebrated Halloween, they'd be the house with the locked doors and no lights on.
That's right. No candy out front.
No
is it-
candy, just prayers.
Aquatina.
Producer John saying that's where the flashback scene in season 1 was, John? Okay. And again, reminder, season 3 debuts on Disney Plus starting March 1st. So we're about
The Ides of March.
about 45 days out from that. Really excited. We're of course going to be covering Mandalore The Mandalorian season 3. Heavily.
I'm amped. I can't wait. New Star Wars stuff, baby. You know, for me, I'm always like a beautiful caterpillar waiting in his chrysalis to be a Star Wars butterfly. I feel like I've been in my chrysalis for a long time.
It's been a minute. It's been a minute since Andor ended. Again, this year, 2023, we're getting Mandalorian season 3. We're getting Ahsoka, and we're getting Skeleton Crew is scheduled for the end of the year. Hopefully, it doesn't get pushed or anything like that. But we should get 3 full Star Wars series, not to mention animated stuff, Bad Batch going on right now. I think we're getting, what's the other, the Star Wars series, animated series that drops on the little standalone episode thingy.
Oh, Tales of the Jedi?
Tales of the Jedi. I think we're getting more of that, I think. Okay. I don't know. But it's going to be an exciting year for Star Wars content. It's also rumored that tickets for Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania will go on sale during the Monday night game. So we might get a new TV,
a couple new shots.
Trailer.
Yeah, they probably reuse a lot of footage, but maybe some new shots.
Tickets on sale. It'll be Kang going, we only have one movie theater here in the quantum realm, and it only shows Ant-Man Quantumania.
What if it's Scott saying, I don't have to buy the ticket as long as neither of us buys the ticket?
Yeah.
No, that wouldn't be
problematic.
A third property that maybe is not as familiar with our audience, but we are very jazzed about. We got a teaser for the second season of Yellow Jackets. And now the first season of Yellow Jackets is out there. That was a Showtime series. Starring Christina Ricci, Juliette Lewis, among others. A great show. It's got a little sci-fi element. It's got a little horror elements to it. Some action. It's great. We're really jazzed for the second season. And the trailer promises more supernatural mysteries for the high school soccer team stranded in the wilderness. Of course, we get Elijah Woods is Wood.
Ooh.
Not multiple Elijah Woods. Just one Elijah Wood.
How many Elijah Woods are we getting?
I can't see the forest for the woods.
Yeah,
there.
he's joining the series.
Yes.
I'm very excited to have him on it.
He's
great. And I love this show.
That series starts March 24th. We're not sure the extent to which we're going to cover it on the channel. We hope it's a big hit and we can do some coverage of it on New Rockstars.
Yes.
Yeah, we're
the
regular,
people demand it.
I mean, we're regular yellow jack-offs, and we want to do it.
Stop.
We want in. We want in. Happy Friday, everybody.
Happy Friday. Friday the 13th. And speaking of episodic series we're very excited about, we are 48 hours.
Oh, yeah.
A little bit over 48 hours away from the first episode of HBO's The Last of Us series.
Yes.
It starts this Sunday. We are going to be doing a full after show. This is actually news for the Breakroom. Mondays for the next 10 weeks, roughly. We're going to convert the Breakroom on Mondays to a Last of Us after show. Okay? So watch Last of Us so you know what we're talking about. It's going to be Jessica, Anna Vanston, and
probably me.
And probably Brandon are going to be hosting that. So Mondays, also it might be coming out at a slightly different time than you're used to. If you're showing up at 3 p.m. Pacific, sometimes 3:05 sharp.
Yeah.
You might not see us here live, but trust that we'll be back Tuesday through Friday, normal time,
Throwing
normal
fastballs.
content.
Because guess what? Now we got Monday to cook.
Yes.
Now Monday we can do some crock pot stories. You know what I'm saying? Set it out high and forget about it.
Oh yeah, let it simmer. And that's something we're going to try out a little bit more this year of using the Breakroom as like kind of a flex after show format. If there are some really big shows you're excited about, let us know. And if possible, we might kind of do one day a week of the Breakroom that we treat as an after show for that series. And then the other 4 days that week, we'll treat like the normal Breakroom with headlines and mandatory fun and all the great stuff and love.
Sorry, just to get a quick live break in here. We have some live data. Will you be watching Yellow Jackets Season 2? 28% said yes.
Okay.
71% says, I like to lick frozen poles outside when it's below freezing temperatures to get my tongue stuck, because that's the level of intelligence I have. I stick my hot tongue on a cold pole all the time. I am a dumb boy or a girl. So that's the results. 28% of you will be watching. The rest of you will be sticking your warm tongues on cold poles, needing the police to intervene because you're just dummies.
No. Well, and you know what? Again, I always say this when people aren't into the stuff we like yet. I look, like the people that didn't watch Andor or whatever. Hey, you've got a great thing ahead of you. I know you're not into it yet, but you have the potential to get into it in the future. So.
There's also the possibility that people don't have Showtime.
Yes.
I only have Showtime when Yellow Jackets is airing.
That's a good point.
Look out there for some specials, some deals on like free trials.
Share passwords, guys.
Yeah, hit up your parents.
Don't do that.
Say,
Hey, we don't work for Showtime.
It hurts the union when you share your
That's
passwords.
right.
But listen to me. Like my cousin used to say whenever I would say I didn't like something, well, you're just too young to understand it. When you're older, you'll get it. And speaking of getting it, HelloFresh can get it. I want to thank them for sponsoring all week long. Eating well has been a priority for me so far this year. As you know, I have 2 fitness goals: fit on all the rides at Universal Studios and fit into one of those Faraday, the iconic sweatshirts or whatever the hell they're called. And guess who's making that happen for me? HelloFresh.
Yeah.
HelloFresh makes dinner time easy with fast and furious and fresh recipes. HelloFresh also has a line of delicious, filling meals that are ready in less than 15 minutes. That's right. Even you short attention span people that can only watch quick YouTube videos, 2 quickies, and you got a sick chicken dinner in the oven. Enjoy taste and quality done quick with recipes like sesame beef tacos, Thai spiced pork meatballs, and one that kind of threatens me but also makes me feel excited. Winner Orzo chicken dinner. You know what? It's all right to be scared when you eat. Think about those girls in Yellow Jackets. They have to eat other humans. We here at Breakroom love HelloFresh, and we use them many, many times. I've talked about my family dynamics changing and had a lot of depressing messages, but going into the weekend, I'm going to be a little freakend, and you know what? I'm going to start cooking HelloFresh for 3, hoping the 2 ladies join me at the table.
Oh.
Now, here's the good part. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit, and you should try it for yourself. Go to HelloFresh.com/Breakroom22 and use code Breakroom22 for 22 free meals plus free shipping. That's not 21 free meals. It's 22.
Oh.
So you go to HelloFresh.com/Breakroom22. You got to use the code to help us feed you. Get those 22 free meals. What are you doing, you simps?
Yes.
22 free meals, Tommy. That's 44 potential women you could draw in.
Oh my God.
With
Yeah.
those meals.
That's
And those
Janet.
extra-
Wait. How does that
Candace,
work?
Rachel, Ruth, Bethany, Hansel, Gretel, Kirsten, Kristen, Eve, Persephone. I'm trying to think of people who aren't blood relatives.
Okay.
Pam,
You're
Peg,
just saying first
Petra.
Petra.
We're in the peas. It is Friday the 13th. If you didn't know, watch your back. Check your back seat when you get in the car this evening, okay? And in honor of Friday the 13th, we wanted to talk about some of the most anticipated horror movies and series upcoming in 2023. And I would like to say to you folks at home that I'm doing this under duress because I hate scary movies. Yeah. I'm a little scaredy boy, and I'm scared. But before we get to the list of great horror films, we have some late-breaking, horrifying news. Last night, Tommy, our beloved Tommy Bechtold, was killed on national streaming television. And we have a clip of it.
Whoa.
Just in case you ain't back from the stone.
Whoa. For your consideration.
Ladies and gentlemen, for everybody who says I have a fat ass, not anymore!
He's got a flat ass. Wow, that was Tommy in season 2 of Hunters, streaming now on Amazon Prime.
Look for me on episode 7, folks, and I do so much more than that. I go to the bathroom. It's going to be great. You ever want to see my thick thighs? This is the episode for you. You ever not wanted to? Fast forward past
Also,
that
your
part.
fresh face.
Yeah.
I haven't seen you not bearded in a minute.
Yeah, that was that brief period of time where many of my YouTube comments were like, I don't like the way your face looks without a beard, so I have obliged and brought the beard back. So
But watch that.
yes, please do.
We hope, we would say we hope they bring him back for season 3, but
Well, maybe they could do because that you said that's like a flashback episode.
Yes, maybe my
past.
son avenges.
Or maybe they go further back in the past and
yes.
we see your origin stories as a Nazi.
I think they do need Matthias Lund's origins. Let's do that.
Ein bisschen Deutsch from mein Freund here.
The only German word I had to learn for that show was Wassermelonen, which is
Watermelon.
Yeah.
Oh, delicious.
Everything
Well,
else
it's
we
the
just
craft
used an
tables,
accent for.
tablecloths, bitteschön. Now, this year has a lot of scary content, and I'm not just talking about the news, folks. From sequels and remakes of legacy franchises to brand new stories to make you sleep with the lights on. So we're gonna get. We have these knives here. We each have 5 knives.
I have 6.
5 real knives. And as we go throughout the upcoming films and TV series, we'll be stabbing the ones we're most excited for. Okay, so we'll keep track of the ones we like the most, and we'll throw out our knives for those. So the first one I'm going to talk about, the first horror movie, Knock at the Cabin.
It's coming out next month, February.
This is an M. Night Shyamalan.
Yeah.
Joint.
Yes.
Joint.
Yeah.
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista.
Dave Bautista, I think, very excited about his performance. Like, feels like he really got to deliver some monologues in this, and I for one am excited to see it.
Rupert Grant is in it.
Yes,
Little
Ron.
Ronald Weasley.
Ron.
Jonathan Groff makes an
Yes.
appearance in the film.
Yeah.
This is the kind of horror movie I like a little more, less leaning on the gore, presumably, less leaning on
more
the kind
thriller,
of
mystery
more
kind of thing.
psychological thriller.
Yeah.
Like it's very like 10 Cloverfield Lane. Like these people are kind of trapped in this cabin with these people who show up, and they are telling them that the world's gonna end. But it's like, do you believe what they're saying?
Well, and knowing Shyamalan, maybe they're right.
Maybe there's a twist.
Maybe the world ends.
Maybe there's not a twist.
We are pretty excited for this. We're probably going to cover this on the channel in
we'll
multiple ways.
probably do a
That
little
trailer,
coverage
I think
of
we've only gotten one trailer for it. Maybe a second trailer is on its way soon. But we're pretty
Put up
excited
the
for
poster
this.
this week.
Yeah.
Next, we got to mention Scream 6.
Yes.
Ooh.
Set in New York City, taking place on a subway line, which I really like this device.
Yeah.
Kind of like this trapped in this space, this moving coffin. And it's taking place during Halloween, I believe. So, like, multiple people in the costume. You don't know what's real, what's not. Jenna Ortega is returning to this film. I'm not so keen on my Scream franchises. I need to rewatch.
You didn't see Scream 5?
No,
Can I be honest?
It was a lot of fun.
I've seen Scream 2.
That's it?
That's it.
You haven't seen Scream 1?
No! I don't like
reset
scary
the
movies
Screams?
either.
I've seen
all are the same world.
all the same universe. I've seen all the Screams. I really enjoyed Scream 5. Jack Quaid from The Boys. Real fun.
So
in
Scream
that.
5 was called Scream, right?
It was just called Scream.
I used to make my mom make director's cuts of Scream called Whisper. And it would just be people going, "You're okay."
You're okay.
We're excited for Scream 6.
Yeah. Next, we got to mention Saw 10.
Yes.
Wow. Saw 10, and this is not Spiral.
Two franchises hitting their 10th editions this year.
Yes.
This is not Spiral. Spiral was separate.
Yeah,
this is going to be a prequel. Tobin Bell is returning. And they might include some more flashbacks of him. I believe the Jigsaw died in Saw 3, but there have been like copycat killers and like flashbacks to him.
Yes.
This is going to be more of a prequel. We don't know if Saw 10 is the final title, or if they'll come up with like a new title.
You know, what's crazy about this, Brandon, is that up until now, a sequel to Saw 9 was not something that had been heavily sought after.
Oh, God damn.
Worth it.
That's me.
Yeah, but that'll be interesting. Again, I didn't see the Spiral, the Chris Rock kind of offshoot. What was it called? Spiral, a Saw story or something like that?
It's
Solo.
Yeah, Solo. It was called Spiral, a Star Wars story.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Ron Howard
Bold.
did step in to fix that movie, right?
Then another trailer we got recently, Renfield, starring Nicholas Hoult and Nicholas Cage.
Two Nicks, can't make
Twin
them wrong.
Nicks. With Nicholas Hoult playing like Dracula's familiar, Nicolas Cage playing Dracula. It looks like it's Awkwafina's in there as well. It looks like it's kind of like a comedy action. I don't know how scary it's going to be necessarily. It's from Universal, so it's a big studio movie.
Yeah, I like, this is, again, more my speed, kind of like The Menu, right? It's more of probably a send-up of horror movie tropes.
Yeah.
Celebrating that. But as a vampire movie, I hope there's tons of gore.
Yes.
Tons of...
I think comedy, as weird as it is, I'm with you. I don't like really gory horror movies. But when there's a comedy element, like Shaun of the Dead or something like that, the gore becomes funny to me. For some reason. I don't know why. Maybe I'm just not like the other guys.
A little less tension. And now, going maybe a little less gore, but a lot of uncomfortableness. We have Beau is Afraid. Ari Aster, who did Hereditary and Midsommar. This is his new movie starring Joaquin Phoenix. And trailer just came out last week, and it is weird as hell.
It is so weird.
This looks like, it's got some Charlie Kaufman elements to it, maybe some kind of weird meta psychological, trippy kind of stuff going on. Joaquin Phoenix seems to age like 100 years over the course of it. It starts he's a child, and then he becomes a very old man at one point, and there's some like weird people with rubber faces, and there's a lot going on in this. We're excited. I mean, this director has a pretty high hit rate. Both those previous two movies were awesome.
This feels like sneaky. Like Hereditary and Midsommar are so scary and like intense and weird. And this movie, you're right, it does feel more like a Charlie Kaufman kind of
maybe a personal story, reflection on his own mortality.
Like silly and like strange and storybooky. I don't know, but it could be secretly.
Have we seen Joaquin Phoenix in a horror movie?
He was in not a horror movie, but that 8mm was like a real.
Oh, touche. That was very dark. Speaking of Nicolas Cage, I mean, there were some scary parts of Joker.
Oh yeah. I mean, I think some would say Walk the Line was terrifying for Johnny Cash's children.
If you're scared of uppers,
not me.
You were never really here. Oh, that's a good point. That's a really good movie from maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Insidious 5 is coming out. They're already up to 5 Insidious flicks.
I mean, when's the end, guys? How insidious do we have to be before we become Sidious?
Outsidious, more like it. No, but of course the James Wan started franchise. James Wan, who now mostly kind of produces every other horror movie in Hollywood, including Megan, which just came out earlier this month. But this is part of that big franchise. I guess this takes place 10 years after the original and follows one of the kids as he goes to college.
Oh, and Zach, if you don't mind, can I take the next one? Because I have an interview with Entertainment Weekly to be one of their new hosts for movie news. Slide over, Whoopi Goldberg. There's a new sister act in town. The Nun 2, a sequel in the Conjuring universe, will be hitting theaters. I guess your move, whatever the name of Kathy Najimy, if you're going to make a sister act 3, let's go. One thing I know is these sisters sure can act.
The Nun 2, another sequel in the Conjuring universe.
Yeah.
I hope they hire me. Billy Bush has been there for too long.
Too long is right.
Well-rounded mom sent in a super chat pointing out Joaquin was in The Village and
good work.
Signs too.
And Signs. He's been in a couple of Shyamalan joints. Swing away, Meryl. Thank you, well-rounded mom. Great point. Now, you could argue, again, some of the Shyamalan movies, are we saying Signs is a horror movie? Probably not, but there's Shyamalan is it's his own genre.
Thriller.
Yeah, they have a bird monster in The Village.
That's right. And until you get the secret of the movie revealed to you, you're pretty scared.
Which I just did. Do you guys think one of the people in The Village was a former member of the Jim Henson Creature Shop?
That's how they were able to put those
He's like,
together.
you know what? I'll join this cult. I'm going to make a little something for us from the shop before I leave. It'll be in my car that we keep in the garage for a while.
I think the toughest thing about living in The Village would be like people constantly claiming to invent something, and you have to be like, we know that's from outside.
You didn't.
Come on, you didn't invent that.
Look at this. I've made a cup that can mash together different foods to make a smooth liquid. I'm calling it a blender.
Well, even just like washing your hands, you'll be like, shouldn't we be washing our hands? We know that's a good idea. And they're like, well, technically we're not supposed to know it's a good idea.
You have to keep shitting on them to make them strong.
Or like all the people that are like, I've just composed a new song. That's
hello, darkness, my old friend. Speaking of songs, more on that a little bit later.
Yes. We also have another trailer we got recently, Evil Dead Rise.
I am not watching
Ooh,
that one.
That was a
Absolutely not.
graphic
Jessica made me
trailer.
watch the trailer, and I went,
I'm not watching
Along the lines, maybe not quite as bad as Terrifier 2 that I've watched too many clips from to ever sleep again. But Evil Dead Rise, this is produced by Sam Raimi, of course, who directed Evil Dead, Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness, kind of the original trilogy in this. There was a reboot a few years ago.
I believe like 2018 they redid Evil Dead.
And I think this is in that universe.
Yeah, Jessica pointed out that like some things from that movie appeared in this trailer, I think to kind of confirm that it was the same universe or like a follow-up to that movie.
And Sam Raimi is not directing this film; he did produce it, but definitely the trailer had some Sam Raimi energy.
Raimi-esque. Yeah.
Some of those quick zoom dolly shots.
nothing a kid's what my daughter can't fix.
Your mother's sleeping with the nuggets.
It looks wild. Oh, and then speaking of sequels to franchises, we're getting The Exorcist on Netflix.
Ooh.
Yes, this is so they made the original, The Exorcist, then they made 2 sequels. This is discounting the 2 sequels that have already come out. And this will be a sequel to the original Exorcist. I think the mom's coming back from The Exorcist to be in this one. So it's a direct sequel from that, and I think they want to make another movie after this one.
Yes.
I don't know.
I think
Netflix
Netflix has already paid for 2. Yeah.
I don't know if they'll keep the name The Exorcist or if that's just what it's called as of right now. Again, very much like Scream 5 being called Scream, very confusing.
And these are produced by Jason Blum of Blumhouse, who they just did Megan. They've done the Purge movies. He has The Invisible Man. He's got a pretty great track record for horror movies in the last 10 years. So we're excited about this. It stars what's his name from Hamilton? With 3 names?
Lin-Manuel
No,
Miranda.
the other guy with 3 names.
Oh,
Leslie Odom Jr., yes, from Glass Onion.
Junior.
Yeah.
Body
Denmon.
Crouch Jr.
Speaking of songs, they were also getting Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh, bother, Christopher Robin. Do you bleed?
The story behind this movie is almost as much fun as whatever the movie will be.
Does he kill with no pants on?
Ooh, we'll have to find out. Again, the Winnie the Pooh oeuvre went into the public domain recently.
Yes.
It's been out 100 years, and so both the estate of A.A. Milne and Disney or whatever, they don't own those characters anymore. Anybody can use them as they're in the public domain. So somebody went and made a horror movie out of them.
I apologize for my poo-ness showing. I'm going to kill you.
The trailer looks wild. People in costume killing,
Yeah.
It looks gross.
Are they in costume? I thought they were the actual characters. I didn't think they were people wearing. I really did. I'm sorry, guys.
You thought they got a real Pooh Bear?
Yeah, I thought they found a real bad. No, you know what I mean. I thought they were actually being Winnie the Pooh, not like psychos in Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, no, I think they are being real Winnie the Pooh. Well, I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. I just watched the trailer. They don't make it clear.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like a...
Piglet's such a simp.
we're also getting a Haunted Mansion remake.
That's not really scary, though.
No, probably not. But it will be
Well,
haunted.
Jared Leto's in it, so I guess there's always threats, right?
Of course, this will be based on the Disneyland ride. Follows a psychic exorcising the house. Will be starring Rosario Dawson, Danny DeVito, Tiffany Haddish, Owen Wilson, and Lakeith Stanfield. Okay. There's no Jared Leto in that lineup. Is he in the movie as well?
I thought he was playing one of the ghosts, one of the singing ghosts.
I think he's just a ghost to all the cast members, scaring them and haunting them.
Maybe what I heard is he was showing up and screwing with the cast members
if you
with
don't,
his signature pranks.
If you don't remember, they did a Haunted Mansion movie already
with Eddie
with
Murphy.
Eddie Murphy, when at the height of Pirates of the Caribbean, like let's turn all our rides into movies. Didn't really do so well, but I guess I think this will totally replace that movie. As far as I know, I don't think it's a follow-up to it or anything, so I don't know.
I think the only one of those movies that really worked for me was The Enchanted Tiki Room.
You like that one, huh?
Yeah. What happened was, it wasn't released in theaters. This guy just brought me into a shed and started throwing bird corpses at me.
Was it enchanting?
Well, Wired Magazine said, "Oh, Robert, what does it profit a man to gain the world but lose his soul?"
In the tiki room. Okay. We're also getting now. This is a movie that's been delayed a few times. It's not. I don't think it's technically slated yet, but the hope is it'll come out this year.
Okay.
The Killer from David Fincher, whose last movie was Mank in 2021.
Mank stank.
No, get out of here.
I'm just kidding. It was a good movie.
And again, David Fincher, who's brought us The Game, Fight Club, obviously, Alien 3, 7, some of the best kind of thriller weird.
He does not want you to bring up Alien 3.
Hey, you did
it holds up. Holds up. I think it's pretty great.
Cocaine Bear, directed by Elizabeth Banks from Charlie's Angels.
But supposedly this movie follows an assassin. It's an original story. It follows an assassin that begins to psychologically crack as he develops a conscience, even as his clients continue to demand his skills.
We demand it.
Yeah, but it looks
Your
great.
skills, give
and
them
again,
to me.
And of course, Zodiac, another great David Fincher creepy movie.
That movie holds up. That's good.
That movie remains one of the scariest movies I've ever seen. It still freaks me out. I remember being in a theater. The daylight kill in that movie is so haunting and just brutal. That
use of music, the hurdy-gurdy
lack
man,
of music there at that sequence.
That's worth a rewatch. That might be a future Breakroom movie club entry right there. And then finally, now this, I don't know, there's some scary elements in the trailer, but Cocaine Bear is coming out this year. It's another movie from Universal, as Tommy pointed out. I think it's directed by Elizabeth Banks.
It is
that
directed
right?
by Elizabeth Banks. Cast of
1,000 people.
stars.
This trailer, I don't know which has more actors in it, Megapolis or this movie. Like, I can't tell. Reminds me of Movie 42, where Elizabeth Banks went around town and was like, you owe me 5 lines in a movie, you gotta be in Cocaine Bear.
Hey, you want to be in Cocaine Bear?
So you wanna throw out some knives?
Yes.
Yeah,
Let's throw out some knives? Kelly, this
So
over
we each
here.
have,
Actually, I'm gonna move it
we
back
each
there.
have 5 we can toss out. Is that
I
the
wanna,
idea?
like, off the bat, and, you know, it was fresh, maybe it's recency bias, right? But, like, The Killer, man.
Yeah.
I think you got to bet on Fincher. Coming back to the theaters with a hot one. Or maybe in theaters, I don't
This
know.
might be a Netflix joint, but
I will give like 3 of my knives.
3.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I am hot on Finch. Hot on Finch.
I'm gonna go. I got a 2 for here, if you don't mind. Zach.
got a
Okay,
two for-
please.
Feel free to join me. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna give 2 to Scream 6.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give 2 to
Jenna
Scream
Ortega, the it girl of the moment.
6. Throwing a little shade at Lady Gaga the other day at the Golden Globes. And then I'm going to give 1 to Renfield because I want to cover it on this channel.
Yeah.
So this is just a little bit of personal manifestation.
Nicholas Holt, come on the show.
Nicholas Holt, what's the Holt up? Get on the Breakroom
Nicholas
show.
Cage, come on the show. Wouldn't that be sick if we got
Oh my
Cage?
God. That's when we know that we've succeeded at this company.
That's right.
Cage shows up.
what do you want, Zach? I'll write them down for you.
Put up, I want to throw some love and Knock at the Cabin. I want to throw some love at Beau is Afraid.
Ooh. Can I put one on Knock at the Cabin too? Or are we only getting our own?
No, you can pass them out wherever you want.
Okay.
I'm putting one next to Zach's because I feel safer when I work
in
as a
the
team.
in the chat, tell us, put knives in the chat for what you think is going to be the hottest of these movies. And I got to say, it already came out in 2023. Otherwise, it would be on here. Megan would have been getting some knives from us too.
And the menu. Also,
Yes.
I'm going to put one down for The Sexorcist. We brought that up, right?
What?
The Sexorcist? Oh, The Exorcist. Okay, sorry.
Yes, Tommy.
Okay, sorry about that.
Yeah, I'll throw one on The
Okay.
Exorcist. You got to bet on The Exorcist.
Yeah, you always bet on The Exorcist.
I made the knives too big, I think.
Or the title's too small. It doesn't matter. No, you need a big knife if it's a horror movie. Yeah, okay. Any others? We had Blood and Honey, Haunted Mansion, Evil Dead Rise, The Nun 2, Insidious 5, Saw 10.
I got a bad feeling about Saw 10, although I guess there's Saw loyalists that'll always see it. But other than that, yeah, I'm not, I guess, I'm basing this on the ones that I'm actually probably going to watch.
I'm going to do one of mine on Scream 6. I agree with Scream 6. And I think Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey might be a surprise, like, big hit.
Not a lot of love for Beau is Afraid.
I just don't know how scary that
We're
was
not
gonna be.
we're not an A24 kind of now off-screen producer John and on-screen producer Dashiell they're going to be. They've already started camping out for the Beau is Afraid premiere, Phantom Menace style. Okay.
Yeah. We've just got a Roomba moving the cameras around today.
Okay, I think somebody stole a couple of my knives, but that's all right.
What?
Do we got 15 on the board?
Yeah. Okay, so we've got 4 for The Killer. What are our leaders in the? How many is that for Scream 6 versus Renfield?
Renfield's got 2, Scream 6 got 3.
Okay.
2 for The
So
Exorcist.
it looks like the order is we're most jazzed for The Killer, the David Fincher film, which again we hope comes out this year. Hasn't an exact date hasn't been announced. A lot of love for Scream 6, and that franchise feels like it's in a good place. That trailer was really cool. And then, kind of equally spread out between Renfield, Exorcist, Knock at the Cabin, Beau is Afraid, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. It's going to be a really good year for creepy movies. One thing they've been talking about a little bit in Hollywood is not all the genres of film have kind of fully come back from the pandemic. People are not necessarily going to see everything. Family films are kind of struggling. Movies like Lightyear and Strange World and stuff like that didn't really bring out a big audience. Some of the kind of adult dramas are struggling to bring audiences. But the things that are delivering, superhero movies still put butts in seats. And horror movies, right? Because I think people love it as a communal experience. You want to go and kind of like gasp with your friends or your date or whatever.
And stuff.
Yeah, so we hope to see some of these in theaters this year.
Yeah. And I think it works too for I remember I saw Glass Onion during the Thanksgiving break in a theater before it came out on Netflix. It was very fun to be in there with the crowd as realizations come out and you hear they're like, oh.
Yeah.
Everyone going, ah.
Yeah.
There's also something, as opposed to watching on your couch, like leaning over to the person you're with and being like, I know who did it. Or what, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
James
love that.
Cameron's tired of sitting on his ass, hanging out with his family at home.
Get the cam
To
man
go
back
the
to the
movie theaters.
theater.
He wants to whisper at people in the theaters like, I directed that.
You know what? There's a reason James Cameron's been married 4 times.
I
okay?
erased their nipples. That was my call.
Where are the nipples, James? Where are the blue
They don't
nipples?
breastfeed.
Oh.
Not traditionally.
They ponytail feed or whatever, right?
That's right.
Hey, real quick.
Real quick.
This is authentic. I have an app on my phone called Upside that I use every time I get gas. Wherever I am in the city of Los Angeles, wherever you are.
Gasoline.
I open it up. Gas. Yeah, that's right. Gasoline. For my automobile. I open up Upside and I find it shows me the gas stations that are like nearby and like the different deals they're offering. Oh, this many cents off a gallon, this many whatever. And I'm like, oh, here's a really convenient gas station I like, and they're giving me 10 cents off a gallon. Boom, I click there. I go, I fill up my tank. It knows I use a credit card. It knows, and boom, it like shows me, hey, you saved. We're gonna give you this many dollars.
How does it know?
I don't know, but it's great. Amazing. So, and we want to thank Upside for sponsoring the Breakroom all week.
Yeah.
That's legit. I've been using Upside for months. They even offset. You know, it's just like you got to buy gas anyways. You might as well save some money. Same
I'll
with
give you a
groceries.
personal endorsement. I'm about to gas up my cruiser and head to a weekend getaway. This will be my first Upside usage. I'm very excited, and I got it because of this show, because they sponsored us. So you know what? I'm not just a talented host, charismatic sex symbol. I'm also a member of the club.
Hey. To get started, download the free Upside app. That's the other thing. You don't have to pay for this app. There's no subscription fee. There's nothing, right? Like you download it totally for free and you're off and running. Use our promo code Breakroom and get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Hey, if you've got a 14, I got a 14-gallon tank.
Whoa.
That's pretty normal.
Brag.
I'm driving a sedan. It's no big deal. If you got a big SUV or a van or something like that, could be 20 plus gallons. Yeah. That right there, boom, that's saving you a lot of money. Yeah. Claim an offer for whatever you're buying on Upside, then pay as usual with a credit card or debit card. Boom, follow the steps and get paid. Collect. You can earn 3 times more cash back with Upside than with most credit card rewards or loyalty programs.
And it's not just gas either. You can use it at restaurants, grocery stores. I use it at grocery stores. I fill up my Wienermobile all the time with it. Yeah, now, it's not the Oscar Mayer one, but it is my car.
Yours is a very graphic representation.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fully authentic.
It's an Anthony Wienermobile. Okay. Download the free Upside app and use the promo code Breakroom. That's promo code Breakroom to get an extra 25 cents back for every gallon on your first tank of gas. Thank you to Upside for sponsoring the show.
Well, guys, we've had a great show, and we want to thank so many people for sending in super chats. Vera Morris, thank you for your compliment on my performance on Hunters. I mean, it was no secret that I'm gifted, but now the whole world can see. No, earnestly thank you. Paintamente, our old friend.
Yay! Happy Friday, Paintamente.
Jordan Gonzalez pointing out, and you did a great job, killed it on Hunters. They also pointed out, and you should notice this, Tommy, as the throat goat, that they made note of the way that the bear and Cocaine Bear throated that brick.
Yeah.
Just swallows it whole.
I've made notice. You can see my throat blog.
Yeah.
Swallowed ground.
Wait, does cocaine absorb if you eat it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, really?
I mean, I don't know.
I've heard about it.
Well, there are. I mean, there's stories of mules.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, and it bursts.
And it bursts.
Yes.
In your stomach.
But do you get high or does it just like?
Oh, you get high.
Oh, okay. Christian, I don't know, guys. I was raised both Mormon and Scientologist, so I don't know. Christian Unpronounceable, play that Thirsty Thespians graphic for the chat. Okay, we'll give it to you. We'll give it to you, Christian. There it is.
You've unlocked
And then
monsters.
shout out Derek Edwards, Hayden H. Any chance you could get after shows for Star Trek shows on Paramount Plus? You know what? We love a lot of that stuff.
Strange New Worlds is actually.
Strange New Worlds is great. I've enjoyed a lot of Picard.
Dashiell really wants us to do some Star Trek after shows.
Off-screen producer Dashiell is a big Trekkie. You know, it's just, the audience hasn't quite clicked. We maybe don't have enough overlap with the people that watch New Rockstars, but hopefully, fingers crossed, those
As
shows
our
are a big
audience
hit.
grows, maybe more Trekkies come aboard. No pun intended. And then Jamie Riley, bummed that you don't get to break room with us on Mondays. Well, we will be back on Mondays, presumably in about 9 to 10 weeks. It's just, for now, we're doing a little something special for The Last of Us.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean you've seen The Last of Us. It's time for mandatory fun.
Whoa!
That's right. You thought we were going to get through this show without mandatory fun?
I was hoping.
I was awake last night Last night I was lucky enough to take a tour of the Time Life building where they make all those great infomercials. You know, the ones where they're like, these classic songs from the 70s, 80s, and today make you fall in love again. Anyway, I found a stack of unproduced ballads that seem to be written by singers that we are pretty well known.
Oh, wow.
But that are also serial killers.
Oh.
And what's crazy is, I'd like to sing one right now.
Oh, that'd be great.
This is actually from Bryan Adams. This is to the theme of everything I do it for you.
Oh, okay.
I've
heard that song.
I printed some out for you guys, too, in case you feel inspired to try and join in.
So Bryan Adams wrote this, or a serial killer?
I think Bryan Adams is a serial killer. I can't be sure.
This was the first draft, maybe.
Yeah.
A Canadian serial killer.
Oh, okay.
You know, famously, she's a maniac from the movie Flashdance. He's a maniac and was written for a movie called Maniac, and then they cut it out of that movie, and this is a true story, I'm not making it up, and put it into Flashdance where it became a hit song.
Oh. Tommy, nothing you've said today is made up. I don't know why you need to clarify that.
Well, we know I'm the throat goat. Let's go. Look into my eyes, you will scream. I'm evil as can be.
Oh.
Start to run, try to hide.
Ooh.
You can't escape no matter how hard you try. Don't tell me you're not worth killing for. You can't tell me I won't like all the gore. You know it's true. Everything I do is to make a stew out of you.
Delicious cannibalism.
I read ahead to the final line. It broke me.
Delicious cannibalism.
Right. Now, Brandon, there was one I found I thought you'd really like.
Now, I'm a big fan of Billy Joel. Going to go see Billy Joel in concert. But, I mean, he's also a killer. We know that much.
Yes.
Put him behind the wheel of a minivan, watch out.
Oh, my God. Anybody who's lived in the Hamptons for the last 40 years knows he could strike at any time.
Christy Brinkley got out of there just in time. But he did, you may be familiar with Uptown Girl.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very popular song. The music video, a little crazy. A little serial killer-esque in the music video. I guess the first draft wasn't about an Uptown Girl.
Oh,
It was about the final girls.
no kidding.
If you know in a horror movie, the final girl is the girl who lives at the end, or makes it to the very end, doesn't always live, but is assumed to be
Jamie Lee Curtis, the ultimate final
the
girl.
ultimate
Yes.
final girl. So this was the first draft of Uptown Girl, known as Final Girl. Final girl, I killed your boyfriend on the tilt-a-whirl. I bet you think he killed me by the lake, but I'm back to stab you with a stake. And when she's running, she's tripping all the time. And I keep walking and stalking, I feel so fine. She'll see it's not so bad playing dead. I'm in love with the final girl. I'm gonna take her from this mortal world. I'm getting sick of killing all her friends. Oh no, she stabbed me out of pure revenge. And now I'm dead.
Oh!
Again, for everybody tuning in, looking for some Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania theories.
You ain't gonna get it here. You're getting something.
It's Friday the 13th.
There's 14 other videos on the channel that'll give you
So
that.
much more here, like this hit from Bon Jovi. All the ways that I've watched people bleed, stabbing, slicing, I got what I need. And the truth is, baby, you're all I see. I wanna lay you down on a bed of needles. For tonight I sleep like death himself.
Oh, he got there. He got there. He got there.
Oh, I wanna prick ya. Let the needles nick ya. I lay you down. On a bed of needles.
Oh my gosh.
I want to prick you. Let the needles stick you.
That might have been a Poison lyric from the 80s anyway. And last but not least, and I think, Brandon, we can both be the Tommy role in this. There's a little duet written by me, I'm not going to lie, with Zach. We co-wrote this together.
You're the serial killer?
Yeah. We took it from our friend Kiki D and Elton John. Set to the tune of Don't Go Breaking My Heart. And let's just go for it.
All right. Don't go stabbing my heart.
I really want to try.
I know you think that you need to kill me.
The devil told me I must. Bum, bum, ba, da, 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 da. Ooh. The devil told me. Satan, he told me.
When I feel down,
I chase you around. Ooh. I'm stabbing your heart.
don't go stabbing my heart.
Don't go stabbing my heart. Don't go stabbing your heart. Don't go stabbing your. Don't go stabbing your heart. Don't go stabbing your heart.
Thank you all so much for watching. Kiana Chanel getting in there with a late super chat. Thank you. Bucky Barnes ATL, thank you for the super chat. This has been a wild as hell Friday the 13th episode. We appreciate you. Again, watch The Last of Us on Sunday.
Yeah, we'll have our after show out Sunday after the show. And then Eric's going to have a full breakdown of the episode out on Monday.
Yeah, and again, we wouldn't have been doing a Monday show anyways because it's a holiday.
It is a holiday.
So you're getting a bonus episode on Sunday.
There you go.
Yeah, and then we'll be back doing regular break room on Tuesday.
On a Tuesday.
That's right. And don't forget to watch Monday Night Football. Check out that new Mandalorian trailer.
Yes.
Tons of content around that.
And if you order socks 20 at a time on your Prime, you get a free membership to Prime Video. Click on Hunter, Season 2, Episode 7. Get your boy a few nickels.
Yes.
God
Tommy
knows I do them.
Bechtold.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Have a great weekend, everybody.
Stay safe out there. It's Friday the 13th!
Moochie to Moochie.